Okay, hello, I'm gonna do another Resident Evil video. I want to talk about. This is gonna be a controversial one for Resident Evil fans, but is Brad Vickers really a character or an unsung hero? This character gets belittled for being a coward all the time because he took the helicopter and left his teammates and just ran like a frightened child from Nemesis. First of all, when we play the first game, look at the state of the Bravo team helicopter. Not just was the pilot killed, but the controls and everything were damaged. And yet, we bash Brad for taking the helicopter and flying away and going back to the police department and having a cup of coffee. Oh, wait, that's not what he did. He kept circling around the mansion in hopes that he can land and rescue his teammates. If he was really just out for himself, he could have done that. He probably seen the dogs, knew they would get in the chopper eventually, and tactically, it was the only way he could have helped his teammates. He probably was not in a position where he could have waited for them to get back into the helicopter. And not only did he just circle around, but at the end, he dropped the weapon that killed the tyrant. So, yeah, Brad's looking less like a coward in my book, and more like someone who did what he had to and yet still stayed around to help his teammates. I mean, there were even points where they tried to reach him on the radio and he's trying to get a hold of his teammates. I believe one of the cutscenes he even pointed out, I'm running low on fuel. But yeah, Brad did stay around. He did try to help his people, so yeah, he kept the helicopter in one piece, which was their only means of escape, so maybe Brad has cowardly tendencies, but at least was still there for his teammates. At least he kept the one thing that can get them out in one piece intact, so is Brad a total coward? Is he not worthy of being called an unsung hero in Resident Evil? You decide, and as far as his running from Nemesis, you got this 8-foot tall monster chasing you that can tank bullets. And the city at this point is overrun with infected. What would you do if you were in his position? Run! Run, and don't stop running is what I do. And he did get killed at the police station. Probably hoping maybe to run into Jill again, maybe to run into more police officers and hopefully find enough people to make a desperate last stand against the Nemesis. If you look at him, when you first meet him in 3, he was badly injured. He was in no shape to go toe-to-toe with the Nemesis. Yeah, Jill faced the Nemesis, but compared to what the injuries and stuff Brad suffered, I'd say Jill got out of her Nemesis encounters and the whole Raccoon City situation relatively easy. So, again, how was Brad wrong for running from the Nemesis? He tried to warn Claire, you'll see there's no escape. He's designed to come after STARS members. And look at how rough he looks. Why not Jill. Jill at this point is relatively unscratched, and I believe it's like from the intro to the point where she went to the warehouse, I think she spent like 10, 12 hours or something like that in the warehouse. And yet Brad was probably running for his life from the Nemesis, hiding, ducking, and diving the whole time. And he gets killed by the Nemesis. and then you have to kill him as a zombie in Resident Evil 2, so just let the man rest in peace already. From where I'm standing, even though he may be cowardly, he's not a selfish turn tail and run type. He did what he had to in the situation, and again, if he didn't save the helicopter, Chris, Jill, Barry, and Rebecca would have gone down with the mansion, and so would some of our most important characters in the franchise. So, yeah, Brad looks a lot better in my book. What are your thoughts? Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Over and out.